I need to walk. Like, I've been walking all my life. You're not going to tell me that I can't walk. Like, what? You really talking crazy now.
Body cold, frosty cold, and I'm so, and I'm so, and my clothes, life for the party, always get it started, and I'm so, and I'm so.
So, one of the nights, the pain just got so bad, I just started praying. That's probably the hardest prayer I ever prayed in my life. I just started praying. My mom on the floor crying. It's not funny, but if you just think about it, like, that thing was serious, because I had to walk. And the devil is a lie. I'm not about to be in no chair. Like, not when I lived my whole life walking. And like, I had to fight that time. I had to fight. So the next day I got up and I was just like, I'm gonna walk. He'll hand me that walker. And then I think the physical therapist came in and we did like 2 steps. And then I told the doctor come in and I'm like, you the doctor that told me that I couldn't leave until I could walk. And I showed him my 2 steps. I walked. Let's get this paperwork going. It's time for me to go home. But like, I had to stay a little longer. I had to practice standing for periods of time. And then I had to still work on my walking with the physical therapist. And I ended up going home, but I ended up going home with bed sores as well. For those who don't know, bed sores, I think it's like your skin just breaking from laying on it or whatever. I don't know. So I came home. I was walking, but I wasn't like really walking. I was still learning how to walk, so I was like dragging my foot. And I had a home nurse to come in and change my bandages for my bed sores. And then I had a physical therapist come and like help me walk, like pretty much learn how to walk again. And then I had to go to some doctor. I had to get a foot brace. If I could find a picture of like what it looks like a little bit, then I'll show you. I had a boot. I also got drop foot while I was in the hospital. And drop foot is like your foot is just like, I guess like the muscle tone is gone, and it was just straight pointed. Like, I have it like a little bit now, but not that much. It was like really bad. Like, my foot was straight like this. So I had to wear a boot to keep my foot up in a 90 degree. Is this 90? Yeah, 90 degree angle. I had to keep the boot on. And then while I was home, I think I started in my parents' room because it was closer to the bathroom. Or I either started in my parents' room or I started in my room. I had to get a commode because I couldn't walk to the bathroom. They wanted to, I think the hospital recommended a hospital bed, but my parents said no. So I just had the wheelchair, the walker, and the commode. After the boot, I had a thing that slides into your shoe that keeps your foot at still the 90 degree angle, because I started walking better, but I still had to do physical therapy. I did my physical therapy at Kennedy Krieger. Kennedy Krieger is great. I love Kennedy Krieger. So I did my physical therapy at Kennedy Krieger, but then it was time for me to go to school. So it was two reasons. I believe it was 2 reasons why I didn't go to school. The first reason why is because my immune system was still weak just from everything that happened. And usually the first few months of school, I would be getting sick because everybody would be coming in. I think, I don't know, my mom called me. I can't remember where I left off at. But, my immune system was too weak for me to go to school in the beginning of the school year because I was going to get sick from everybody else's germs. Sorry, guys, but that's the truth. And then my neurologist was just like, when it's time for you could go to school in a power chair. I'm like, no. It's a no for me. Like, I'm sorry, it's a no. I'm not doing it because I didn't go in Western with no power chair. I'm not about to go in this year with no power chair. That was honestly my ego or my pride or whatever. I don't know. But I did home and hospital. So I had teachers come to my house to teach me. They weren't teachers from Western at all. It was just Baltimore City. I don't know. The teachers come. I had all my classes here, sitting right at this table, taking my classes. They would come in the morning, and then it would be like a break in between each teacher. It was different teachers for each subject. They were like really, really nice. And so after that, I transitioned from being in the house and doing the therapy to doing. I had to get more. I had to do a transition program, and that's like school and therapy. So I had to go to Kennedy Krieger. I had to do school at Kennedy Krieger, but with my teachers. So I didn't go to Kennedy Krieger school, but I had school at Kennedy Krieger is a program, and I was in a room with other kids, all different ages, different grades. I think I was like the oldest one. So I would have a teacher. I would have one of my classes that I had to go to therapy. Then I had to have another class, then go to therapy, then another class, go to therapy, then lunch, then a class, therapy, like that. I had physical therapy and I had occupational therapy. I believe I had occupational therapy for I don't even know. I guess my myasthenia, cause we was like, I know we did something like cut food once, but like that really wasn't why I was there. So then my physical therapy obviously was the walking. Physical therapy was fun. We played the Wii, like, and then we did like other stuff. And they centered my physical therapy around the things that I like. So after that, sorry, I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I remember taking this test at Kennedy Krieger. I had to go in this lady room, and I don't know what it was. It was something about the brain, but it's so funny because like she would say something to me and I would have to like repeat it back. But then I don't know, if I was tired from physical therapy, like I would be exhausted, like done. So like I remember and she was saying stuff, I was responding, but then it got to a point, I think I fell asleep. Like I literally fell asleep in front of this lady's face. And she just documented it down. And she didn't even wake me up either. I think I just woke myself up. And then she was like, "You're finished." And I was just like, okay. But after the transition program, I ended up going, hold on, y'all, I'm hot. I'm sorry if you don't hear the air conditioner, but I'm hot. So after the transition program, I ended up going back to school the second semester at Western. And it was so awkward because I went in and then people were looking at me like, is she new? Is she new? But like, no. And I lost a lot of weight. I lost a lot of weight from being in the hospital. Like, I lost a lot of weight. I ended up gaining that weight back, but I lost a lot. So I was in school. While I was in school, I had to do IVIG treatments. And IVIG treatment, it's like a blood transfusion, but it's not blood. It's like cells. And I don't really know what to do. I'm gonna do another video on as far as my medications and everything. I will do another video on that. But while I was doing the IVIG treatments while I was in school, and the IVIG treatments for me, it was like one day out of the week for 8 hours. So I was spend one day at the treatment center, and then the next day I would go to school. But the next day after that, I would get my migraine, and that's just how it went. All my IVIG treatments. So I would go to school. I would miss school for the treatment, come back to school the next day, and then miss the day after that because of the side effects. So I did that for a while. My junior year, I was in school the most during my junior year, I think. I honestly missed days, but out of all 4 years, I was there the most for my junior year. Senior year, I was homeschooled. I was in school until like November, I think, and then after November, I was homeschooled. And I was homeschooled because like my senior year, I was in and out of the hospital a lot. I kept getting abscesses, I think that's how you say it. I kept getting them. So it was like every single month. So it's like my immune system, whatever. I did go to prom. I went to graduation, whatever. So I believe that's pretty much my story. That's pretty much my MG story, and just like what I had to go through my high school years. Throughout my high school years, when I started my medication, I was taking 35 pills every day. So I was taking it for my myasthenia, and I was taking it for my neuropathy, because I got neuropathy from my nerve being compressed in my foot from being in the hospital. That part of the story. I believe I was intubated 7 times, so I was put on life support 7 times. So I could not breathe on my own, and I needed a machine to breathe for me 7 times. That's a lot. That's absolutely a lot. I don't even know, like, that was a whole lot. Yeah, so that's my MG story. I try to make light of the situation because, you know, I mean, like, life happens. Like, it happens. And it's okay. Like, I'm okay with it now. I definitely had a lot of emotional roller coasters my high school years. Just from, I'll tell about it in another video, but that's just my general story. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my story time. Thanks for listening to my story. I hope you guys just understand me better, I guess. I will definitely put more videos about myasthenia gravis out. I will be talking about my medications, just like the emotions I think people who are in the hospital a lot go through, because I feel like we all connect on that level. It's hard for other people to understand. I'll talk about my daily life right now with myasthenia gravis. Yeah, for the rest of the month of June, I'll just be sharing my story. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, share this video. If you want to learn more about myasthenia gravis, you can go to the Myasthenia Gravis Foundation page. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. I want to share this poem with you guys. I don't know who it was written by, but it's a poem about MG. So every video that I'll post about myasthenia gravis, I'll be sharing a poem, or I'll be sharing something else related to myasthenia gravis outside of me. So this is called If I Didn't Have Hope. If I didn't have MG, my muscles would be a little bit stronger, my limbs would be a little less shaky, my breaths would be a bit deeper, my voice a little louder. If I didn't have MG, my eyes would be a bit more open, my smile a bit easier to maintain, I'd have less puffy cheeks and no scars to hide. If I didn't have MG, my life would definitely have been easier. Somehow, I'm grateful this disease entered my life. I like the way it has forced me to change the way I view the world. When you live in conjunction with illness, you learn to see and appreciate the beauty in the little things. So thanks for watching my video.